It's your boy Travo, man. One half for the wrestling review, Travo and Cream, man. And I'm here to give y'all the top 10 European champions in WWE history. Now, this is my first time ever on the channel doing a WWE review, okay, of any sort, alright? So, it's going to be a lot personal opinion. You know, some of y'all might not agree with the list, but let's get things rolling, baby. Here we go with number 10. Alright, y'all, so number 10. Number 10 and number 9, they could probably be switched out with a few people, you know. And European champion didn't have too many title holders in its history. But these two right here could have been switched out with a multiple of people. And number 10, I'm gonna have to go with Christian. Okay, Christian had a semi-decent length in his title run compared to other people. You know, Christian's a great wrestler, well respected within the wrestling industry from what we understand at this channel. He's been great to the business, and you know, I just felt like by putting him on this list, it gives him that respect level. I know there's other people I thought about putting on this list. I know Chris Jericho was one, even though he only had a one day title ring, but he's really champion, so he could have made the list. But yeah, number 10, I'm gonna just keep it simple, and I'm gonna say Christian, just because I remember watching him having the title run, and I remember him just being a good wrestler. Number 10, Christian. At number 9, I'm gonna have to go with stand back. There's a hurricane coming through. I'm gonna have to go with the Hurricane. Hey, what an all-time great gimmick, man. This could have been switched out, like I said, with number 10. This could have been switched out with numerous of people, but I remember when I was younger watching the Hurricane. I remember him having the European title run. The Hurricane, Gregory Helms, great cruiserweight champion as well. He could probably make definitely make the top 10 cruiserweight champions list. But Gregory Helms, the Hurricane, man, he's an all-time great gimmick. If y'all don't know who the Hurricane is, definitely do your research and check it out. But I'm sure if y'all watching this video, y'all know somewhat who he is. One of the funniest characters of all time. He was also a great tag team wrestler. But number 9, I'm going with the Hurricane. Comment if you agree or not, if the Hurricane should make this list, or if we should keep him on the other list. But I feel like the Hurricane's very highly underrated with what he's done in his wrestling career, as far as the Hurricane and Gregory Helms and all that. Coming in at number 8, we got Hearst Helmsley, aka Triple H, as y'all would probably know him as. Hearst Helmsley was a 2-time champion, I believe. Could have possibly been 3. He's one of the very earlier champions to hold the belt, and I think he's one of the people that got the belt started in the direction which it headed towards. And he was one of the people that represented the belt is what I believe the belt should have been represented as far as character-wise and what it helped develop after that. Hearst Helmsley, Triple H, he went on to do way bigger things than the European champion, but just by having him on this list as a multiple champion, it does the list well, and it gives the list a good name as to what the European champion is. A lot of people that aren't huge wrestling fans forget about the European champion's history and how good the belt could have been if it stuck around, but it fell off towards the end of the era of what it was. But you know, number 8, Hearst Helmsley, multiple time champion. Coming in at lucky number 7, we got the first ever European champion, the first person to ever hold this belt. Some might argue that he deserves to be higher on this list, and yes, this is in order, a list in order of my personal top 10 Hashtag personal opinion, top 10 European champions. But the first ever champion, man, Davey Boy Smith, aka the British Bulldog. Get the dog pound out for this one, baby. Just like Hunter Hearst Helmsley, Davey Boy Smith, the British Bulldog, he represented the champion well. He represented the champion to what I thought the champion should be represented as, upcoming star. Somebody that's great for the business, a great wrestler. European champion always had great wrestlers, for the most part. I'd say about 90% of them. But damn, man, Davey Boy Smith, I didn't get to grow up watching him much. He was a little before my era, so I didn't get to witness, how great he was in person at the time. It's just me going back and looking at highlights. I know I look older than what I am, but I'm only 24. But yeah, Davey Boy Smith, number 7. Keep it simple, Coming in at evil number 6, we got I'm not your boy toy. We got the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels. Hey, he looked good with the belt. I like when he came to the ring. A lot of people still had that memory in their head of Shawn Michaels coming to the ring with the belt, the European belt. Pretty sure he had a good run in the Royal Rumble while he had the European belt. Correct me if I'm wrong. Possibly could be wrong as hell. But I think somewhat in my brain remember that, even though it was a long time ago. And I'm not the greatest WWE wrestling historian. I'm more of like an indie guy, and I definitely know everything about AEW. But yeah, Shawn Michaels, all-time great wrestler. His counterpart, Triple H from DX, made the list. I remember Shawn Michaels being a great seller, a great overseller. I hear he's a dick backstage to a certain degree. Some people love him, some people hate him. But I don't know the guy, so who knows? Evil number 6, Shawn Michaels.
And this commercial break is brought to you by Milo's Tea. This is not a paid sponsorship, a paid advertisement. I just love the tea.
Coming in at number 5, we got oh yeah. Matt Hardy doesn't like mustard or some bullshit, but we got Matt Hardy. Delete. One of my all-time favorites. Him and Jeff was my favorite growing up. The Hardy Boys. Y'all don't understand how bad I wanted to put Jeff Hardy on this list because he was the European champion, but his title run just didn't fit it to make the list. But we got Matt Hardy making the list, surprisingly over Jeff. Usually Jeff's the one that outshadows Matt on everything. Sorry to Matt, but it's just, what most wrestler fans would agree on. But Matt Hardy, one of the longest reigning European champions. That's why he's so high on this list for me. That, and he's one of my personal favorites all the time. And I remember him very well holding that belt to this day. But yeah, Matt Hardy, one of the greatest European champions, making the top 5. Who would have thought Matt Hardy, and besides out the tag team, would make a top 5 solo singles wrestling championship top 10. Who would have thought? But we got Matt Hardy coming in at number 5, one of my personal favorites. Long European title run. Coming in at a special number 4 on this list, we got one of the late great wrestlers. We got rest in peace to a legend, Eddie Guerrero, king of the frog splash. No offense to RVD, he was European champion too, but we got Eddie Guerrero, Eddie Guerrero, one of the greatest wrestlers in history. Rest in peace. Died way too early. Would have had way many more accolades and way many more title runs if he was able to stay around with us longer on this planet. But with all due respect, man, Eddie Guerrero, one of the greatest wrestlers of all time, man. I was just talking with a good friend, Cream. Shout out to Cream when she was here for this top 10. But I was talking to him about the other day about Eddie Guerrero's match with Brock Lesnar, even though the European title wasn't involved, man. Just how great Eddie Guerrero was. If y'all don't know who Eddie Guerrero was, you definitely got to keep up on your research, man. If you're watching this, you should definitely know who Eddie Guerrero is. But we got a lot of new people from the outside world coming to the wrestling world with this channel. We never really did wrestling reviews up until recently with this new channel, and just trying to bring new people in to the love of wrestling. But yeah, rest in peace to the legend Eddie Guerrero, number 4 greatest top 10 European champion WWE history. Eddie Guerrero, Latino Heat. Hey, Eddie Guerrero, man. He used to cheat to get all the wins, man. Gotta love him. Rest in peace. Alright, y'all. We made it to the top 3. Alright, if you're new to the channel, go ahead, like, comment, subscribe down below. Give us a follow. It means so much to us and keeps the channel moving forward and getting us out there even more. We appreciate everybody that watches these videos. I appreciate them. I know Cream appreciates everybody. Now that we hitting the top 3, man, looking back on this whole list, man, I know y'all probably got some names in y'all's head that's waiting to pop up, questioning why they ain't pop up. After the names I've already said, think to yourself in your head, which 3 people come to mind when you think of the European Championship, alright? And number 3, we gonna go with Are You Ready? Another member, DX. We going with XPac, Sean Waltman, 1, 2, 3 Kid, whatever you want to call him, man. One of the most underrated of all time. XPac, he's definitely got to come to your mind when you think of European champions, man. He definitely comes to mind. My mind. I've talked to other people before I made this video and asked them just to get what they thought who would be the top 10 European champions of all time. And most people would have probably, by who I talked to personally, would have probably put XPac at number 1. But we're going to sit here and keep him at number 3. Multiple time European champion. Probably could be number 1, but this is my personal opinion list. But we got XPac, the Bronco Buster. He used to be good with the spinning heel kicks and all that. Man, XPac a great wrestler, man. Coming in at number 3, we got XPac. Coming in at number 2, number dos. Hopefully I don't die making this clip right here. But we got DiLo Brown. That man used to break his neck coming to the ring every time, man. In my opinion, one of my favorite entrances in history, just because that man used to go crazy with his neck. Go crazy, go stupid. He got Tourette's like shit. DiLo Brown, one of the greatest there is as far as European champion. I believe DiLo Brown's a 4-time European champion, most reigns in European champion history. So he could have been number 1. If you question why DiLo Brown number 2 on this list, because he was up there in the title range, baby. That's just how things go. That man was a centerfold for the European champion, one of the faces of the European champion. Coming in at number 2, DiLo Brown. If you made it this far in the video, everybody give a little love to the hootie cat. She just woke up from a nap, and she's the sweetest cat in the world. So everybody give her some love. Coming in at number 1 on the top 10 wrestlers that held the European champion. Top 10 European champions of WWE history, baby. And number 1, we got William Regal with the bloody knucks. Oh man, William Regal. I'm gonna go ahead and say it. Y'all might not like it. William Regal is the most underrated wrestler in the history of wrestling. Mark my words, William Regal, most underrated. If he would have been a world champion, man, oh man, he the one person that should have been world champion in WWE that never got to hold the belt. Forget everybody else, man. William Regal is a legend. I don't care what nobody says. They should just give him the European champion. When they put the European champion up there, put his picture right beside it, because he's the one that represents the European champion the best. He was a cheater, man. He was a swindler. He used to knock people out with the brass knuckles, with the low blows, baby. Just like Paulie Dreams. William Regal, man, greatest European champion in history. If you don't like it, I don't care. It's my personal opinion. But also at the same time, I love other people's opinions too. So comment your opinions down below. Who your top 10 European champions are in history? I'd love to hear them. But it's your boy Travo. We came down to number 1, top 10 European champions in history, William Regal. Go get this video a thumbs up. Turn the notification bells on so you know when we drop new videos. Like, comment, subscribe, do all that. Support the channel. Keep it pimping like Rumpelstiltskin. And as I always say, love you. Bye.
Times get hard, baby, I know. I just wanna know why you let me go. Why did you let me go? Rose petals all on the floor. Walked out my life, but I showed you the door. Trying even to score, but you was never on board. When you call my phone, it's an easy ignore. Clouded thoughts and memories when it rains, it pours. Rose petals, had dreams of gold medals. Every day is a struggle just to get past the mental. Lost faith when I pray. Don't know if it's God or the devil. Not one for picking sides, but I'ma go with who made my life better, cause I'm headed for worse. Don't know if I'll ever make it, just know that I never fake it. Tired of waiting, go and take it. No money, no conversation. On 81, get the race and pull up anything I'm paying. Was on my last dollar, still want me to put them on, but they really out here owing and acting gangster on social. I ain't